Being a member of the Wampanoag tribe of Aquinnah, I understand that our history is connected to Harvard University. We Wampanoag people were the people that greeted the Pilgrims, and Harvard became one of these many colonial institutions that pushed our tribal communities into the backdrop of New England and its elitism and privilege. It's been more than 200 years since Harvard Law School was founded, and I am the first member in my community to attend. And finally, we are seeing this full circle moment where I intend to use this education not as a tool of assimilation, but uplift my tribal community and tribal communities across Indian country. Speaking as somebody who came from Dartmouth College, which is one of those original charters that are intended to educate, quote unquote, Indian youth, as well as going into Harvard, it really does represent the original white savior complex and how they were using the intent to assimilate Native students as a fundraising mechanism, to channel the money into these universities in their original charters. It's so important when we're talking about the impacts of recommitting to the charter that we also understand that not everyone wants to go to college, not everyone needs a degree. And with my mother as an example, community education is just as important. And the people that are doing work on the ground in the communities, in tribal governments, and in everything else that Native people strive to do as contemporary modern people, those are just as important, if not more, than folks that are going out and earning degrees. I think admissions is the first step. Getting in is the first step, of course, but then making sure Native students are supported is really important. At Dartmouth, I had an incredibly supportive Native program, and some of my best friends and my biggest support systems were people in the Native community there. And I think that was a really great representation of the positive impacts of these schools, like really recommitting to their original charter documents and using that as a way to provide opportunities to Native students.